Who wants to start by like saying something? Do you want
We should introduce all ourselves at the same time.
at the exact same time?
It'll sound like a gibberish garbage. Like,
are we just going like full?
Let's go at the same time.
That's the beautiful part about editing too.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Let's go all at the same time.
Oh,
Ready?
okay.
We want to just all at the exact same time.
Yeah, it's gonna be like a funny bit. You know,
Sure.
3, 2, 1.
Hey everybody, welcome to
Let's
the
make
Supercon for the comics movies.
Hold on, guys. Hold on. All right, one at a time. Ronnie, you go first, homie.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Astonish, where we discuss comics, movies, games, and more. I am gathered here with Anthony and Robbie, the Big Rob Theory. The boys are here. The boys are in town.
The boys are indeed in town.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So we just got out of the Dragon Ball Z panel Q&A. What'd you guys think of it?
Fun. Really fun.
It was good. Unfortunately, there were some notable cringeworthy moments, some hilarious moments sitting in the crowd. Very, very, very hilarious.
Oh my God.
But there was, it was good. It was good. It's just, again, pretty awkward at times. I mean, I think we can all agree.
Yeah.
There was one specific thing that happened. We won't talk about it because
you'll probably figure it out in the comments.
Yeah,
but
we're
gonna
talk about it. But it's just that was a very awkward thing to experience, and the voice actors definitely were taken back and definitely insulted by it, because I would be, you know. But overall, you know, we loved DBZ, and it was awesome to just see our childhood voice actors, you know, in person. You know, it was awesome. What'd you guys think?
Yeah. Well, to me, it was actually my first time actually physically seeing Sean Schimmel and Chris Sabat live in person. I've always seen them throughout like maybe 20 years of interviews or so, and I'm like, man, I would love to be a voice actor. I've always dabbled in voice acting, and I have so many questions to ask them. So I even got in the line in this panel, but I didn't make the cut. So the line was so long, and they already ran out of time. But it's something really mesmerizing just to see your idols like that.
Absolutely.
And I can't wait, and hopefully I can meet them tonight at the cocktail party, because I got the VIP pass, so I want to be able to meet those guys. Maybe they might attend, maybe they won't.
Yeah, I enjoyed it, but like Robert said, I think it was like definitely a little cringeworthy at times.
It's always like that in the conventions.
Yeah, I know, but sometimes those Q&A panels can be like really exciting. Everybody asks a good question, and it can be like really, you know, fun and funny.
Yeah.
Robert mentioned it. I'm gonna talk about it. This one kid came up. I don't even know really. I didn't know too much about the controversy. I had to look it up on my phone right afterwards. But this guy came up and decided to ask this just bullshit question and asked them about some controversy happening with another actor who has some allegations. What's his name?
Vic Mignogna, the voice actor of Broly.
Broly. Oh wow, I didn't even know he was a voice.
He's been Broly since the original.
Was he Broly in the latest film?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So that makes it even more.
Like without getting into like major specifics, basically he's going through a case right now. He's in trial. He's being accused of sexual harassment, assault, and whatever, blah blah blah. And it's like the whole thing is a mess. And between the voice actors of DBZ and himself, Vic. So, but I don't want to talk about that. I'm like, we're not a drama alert Keemstar channel.
Yeah, no, absolutely not. It just made it really cringeworthy, and it kind of killed the vibe of the rest of things. What were you saying?
Yeah, my bad. On top of that, it's just that there's no place for that here. You know, that it's not even like it was like one of the last questions. It was like one of the first questions that this kid asked. You know, right after the announcer was like, all right, you know, this is a fun time. Let's not ask anything crazy. Let's not, you know, promote ourselves here. And what does this kid do? Literally the opposite of almost everything that the announcer said. You know, and it's just, come on, man. We're all here to have a good time. I get it if you want to know that, but ask that maybe in like a personal thing, or look it up online, or you know, if you have a personal interview with these people, which might be worse. But hey, don't ruin it for everyone else in there. You know, I don't know, that's just my.
It's a selfish thing to do.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And for himself to go boast and stuff like that.
Subscribe to my channel.
Just to get a rise, you're ruining the fun for everybody else, and it just made everybody go like, oh. Like everybody you just soiled the moment.
Absolutely.
But anyways, we're here to have a good
like,
time, and let's talk about the good stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, let's talk about the good stuff.
Yeah. So I got here like around 4:50, and I just caught the panel right at the start.
Yeah, we got here around like what, 3 o'clock?
Like three-ish.
Yeah.
Day two.
Day two, yeah. Day one for us, but day two of the convention, we got here a little bit late. We will be here all day tomorrow as well, and Sunday.
Hopefully I'll be interviewing Danielle Panabaker, Flash.
Danielle Panabaker is life, bro. He's a big Flash fan.
Fun fact, actually, I found out she actually secretly got married to her best friend of years in 2017.
Really? Secretly married?
Not okay, I should take it back. Not secretly, but it was more of a... secretive ceremony, if you will, more of like close friends and family, personal marriage. And I think that that's pretty cool, especially as such a notable celebrity. To just do something so non-boastful, you know, like most of these celebrities want to have like $1 million, $1 trillion weddings. They want to talk about it nonstop. And she's just like, yo, it's my best friend. Let's just get some close people, the family. Let's do this. And not many people know that, you know. I didn't know that up until a few days ago, you know. And that's just something that, you know, if I get to interview her, I'll ask about. Mainly because that's a close thing to her heart. And I'd love to hear her.
Maybe it'll make her feel really well talking about it.
Yeah, and that too. Sure. Like it'll make her feel, you know, like, oh, he's not asking me just about my work. He's asking me about my personal life.
Wow.
So, you know, hopefully.
That's a good point that you bring that up.
Absolutely.
We forget that sometimes that these people that we look up to are actually people like ourselves.
Exactly.
And, you know, maybe they may get tired of being asked about their work, but sometimes maybe they might want to get asked about how they're doing. And it can be just as simple as that. That in itself can be very impactful. And I think that's a good point, actually, you bring that up. Sure. And like
for all weak people.
For real though, real thing. I've had a crush on Danielle Panabaker since Sky High. Y'all remember that Disney movie?
Yes.
You tell him. She was a powerful like grass vine user.
Yeah, man.
I really love that movie. I watched that movie not too long ago.
It's such a great
actually.
movie, and Kurt Russell's in that movie too. So.
Yeah, Kurt Russell.
And this is gonna sound really cheesy, but Stuck in the Suburbs. From back in the day on Disney Channel.
Yeah.
You guys are looking at me weird, but trust me.
I never heard of Stuck in the Suburbs.
Yeah,
It was was it a Disney Channel original?
Was it a mini or was it a movie?
Yeah, it was a Disney Channel original movie.
Yeah, it was. And
I think it was one of those that like probably around like our age group was near the end of our like
it was near the end
Disney
of
Channel.
the prime of Disney movies, you know,
like Don't Look Under the Bed.
Yes.
Yeah, like it was. I would say it was like
Yeah.
right after those films.
Yeah.
Actually, I had a crush on her since then.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I had a crush on her since then, and then I saw
had
her in
no
Sky
idea.
High,
Yeah.
and I'm like, wow.
When I saw Danielle Panabaker on The Flash, I'm like, yes, life goals like the Flash. Well, I love The Flash, but Danielle
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
No, she's really good on the show, and I think that's
she's great, man.
That's one of the best parts about for me the show is some of these characters that have been able to like. It's an actor specifically that have been able to grow on me that maybe I enjoyed from something else, but now like I think of Killer Frost and I think of her. Whereas before I would have thought of the comic book version or some of the animated versions, but I think of that character now and I think of her. So you know, I think that she's really done a great job of making that role her own. You know?
Yeah, dude, she adds such significant swagger, if you will, to the role of Killer Frost. She has her own taste and twist to it, and it works. You know, it works for the CW channel. I like it. I love it.
I've been thinking for some time about the actress. She might have it like before all this, like movies and shows. I think she does have history in comics in general because I noticed that the role she takes on have to do with science fiction, like Sky High and The Flash and everything. Maybe she's a fan herself. I'm curious about that. That's something I want to ask her.
I would assume she definitely probably is. You know, because
that's a good question.
Yeah, because like I figured like she's done a lot of that. So I'm like thinking like maybe she herself actually does like it. Another good personal question to add. I think.
Yeah, absolutely. Which changes it up from the normal questions of just like.
What's it like on the set?
Yeah, it's like how many times has she been asked that in one day?
Oh, do you enjoy working with your coworkers?
It's like pulling a Stewie from Family Guy. What's it like on the set?
Yeah, exactly.
Did you ever want to hook up with Whoopi Goldberg on the show? Sorry.
Richard Grant goes.
Sorry, guys.
I mean, they look good together, but
for real. Personally, okay. I can't get into that.
So real quick, question for you guys: what's something that you're the most excited for, besides Danielle Panabaker from the weekend, that you're looking forward to seeing either Saturday or Sunday?
Well, I really am. I came here because Sean Schimmel and Chris Sabat, and they don't come to Miami often.
Yeah.
So I'm like thinking, this is my
to.
chance.
Yeah.
So I bought VIP dead last minute. I'm not kidding.
Yeah.
So
I was messaging about it yesterday.
I have my brother's wristbands, which were mine, and I decided, you know what, brother, take the reins of the wristbands. And now you have single day passes for Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah.
So I bought it in case I ever get the opportunity to actually talk to those people because they're like one of my biggest idols, along with Steve Bloom, who's actually one of my favorite voice actors. He did Cowboy Bebop and Wolverine and some other people.
Yeah.
But now those guys are the next people I want to meet.
Are you doing like signings or like autographs with them? What does VIP get you?
VIP gets me 20% off on, which I probably didn't get on my snacks. 20% off on foods, merch. Skip the line of all signings and autographs. I have my own lounge room.
So do you get an autograph and
I gotta pay for it.
You still gotta pay for it?
But I skipped the line.
But do you get a discount on those too, or no?
No, because I met Charles Martinet, the voice actor for Super Mario, I met him like 4 times. I think he recognized me a little bit, but I didn't get a discount on the signature. But I did get to like go to him first. And then I met Bob West, the voice actor of Barney, for like the past 30 years. And he's a really nice guy. I had a great conversation with him.
I saw that he was out there. You met him when? Yesterday?
Yesterday.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he's a really sweet guy, man. Like, down to earth, I had a good conversation with Charles and Bob West. And really down to earth people, man.
That's awesome. Yeah, for sure.
You said it perfectly, man. Like a lot of these celebrities I've noticed, because we've met a couple back in our day, and, you know, working at the station, I've actually seen some people come in and met them, and it's crazy. They literally are just like us. The only difference is they have a ton more money and a ton more publicity, and they're just doing a lot more. You know, they're just doing a lot more.
Speaking of money, I mean, I hear it doesn't pay as well as you might think.
No, of course, especially.
But they have a lot lot of work.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which adds up.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
And things like this actually.
Royalties and all that kind of
royalties.
stuff, yeah.
But they make most of the money with merch and touring.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like this.
That's why they do that. I think that it's
They
super
love it
cool
here,
that they're
yeah.
able to be in like one show. Like an actor nowadays can be in a show as an iconic role or just a role that's from a comic book, and people already have that attached emotion to them.
Yeah.
And they're able to come and do stuff like this, connect with the fans, and kind of create a new version for their careers that is not like strictly to the acting portion of it, you know?
This is what they're working.
This is what they do, yeah, exactly.
If I was in their shoes, I'd love to do this.
Absolutely, yeah.
It gives me the opportunity to travel the world and interact with people.
Interact with people who are interested in my stuff.
Because like
you think.
Yeah, it makes you feel good. It gives you that good sense of empowerment in a way, but in a good way,
Yeah.
not in a bad way. Where like, wow, you traveled all this way to see me. No, I was like, I should be thanking you. You came to see me. Like, that's how I would feel. You know?
And I feel like that's personally how, you know, quite a bit of them feel, but they have to put up this kind of persona, because if they level with everyone like how we level with each other, then everybody's just gonna bum rush them. You know what I mean? They're gonna get just swamped with people, and on top of that, the media is gonna be like, oh, or are they getting this, or are they gonna do this? You know, the media likes to misconstrue things sometimes.
Any minor slip up will actually end their careers. At this point, at this point in this day and age, actually, just about anything will ruin their careers.
Yeah. Crazy.
But personally, what I'm looking forward to this weekend, aside obviously from Daniel Panavigo, is the Q&A with Kate Flannery and Oscar Nunez tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that too.
Oh man, I want to ask this guy so many office questions.
And Creed Bratton.
He was walking around earlier. We saw him just walking on his own.
He was just walking around nonchalantly?
No, not nonchalantly, bro. He was booking it.
Yeah, he did have a little bit of a pep in his step.
That's so Oscar.
Yeah,
he
that's
was
very
booking
true.
it, bro. But that's my boy, man. I can't wait to see all of them tomorrow. And at that point, when they open up for questions, if I see him touch that mic, I'm running.
Yeah, just be ready for the moment.
Just so I can walk up there, and hopefully I can get an interview with them as well. Maybe not all three, but
I wanted to confront Oscar about like, how dare you take that politician for yourself?
No.
JK. Big fans of The Office. You should watch it. It's coming off on Netflix. Netflix is actually going to take it off.
That sucks.
Which is stupid.
It's because everything in their mother now has a streaming service, you know, and I believe it's going to the Warner Media service because it falls under like. So that Warner Media service that's coming out, that's going to be like $16, is going to have Warner Brothers content.
Disney sharing plus there's also
there's a Disney one, yeah.
Everything needs to be a service.
Yeah, it's everything.
Software is now a service.
Yeah.
Like Photoshop is a service.
Yeah.
I'm like,
well, now we're at this point where it's like we wanted to eliminate cable, but we're recreating cable
it's
via
the Netflix
these.
boom. It's because of Netflix.
Absolutely.
Like all this is. It's like, you know what? Let's not just give it. Let's just like make it a subscription.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, we need that good cold cash.
Yeah, because there's even things like
about
Friends. Friends is probably like, which is another really highly viewed Netflix show or show
Which
on
is
Netflix.
TBS every single day.
Yeah, well, that show's gonna get pulled from Netflix soon
Which
enough.
one?
Friends.
Oh yeah, Friends.
Yeah, for sure. And it's gonna be taken off of there for sure, 100%. Like they paid $100 million to keep it on there, but not exclusively. And I believe. I can't remember who owns Friends, but if I'm not mistaken, that company that owns Friends is going to be making their own service as well.
Is it Fox?
I don't remember. I feel like
it's Fox. It's Disney that owns it.
Yeah, I don't think it's Fox. But if it's Fox and it's Disney, oh my gosh! I mean, and their streaming service is going to be it's really well priced compared to everything else.
Isn't it like $7?
Yeah, it's like $7. $7, and you get all the Disney content, every animated film and live action film, except for that animated film. What's it called? Something of the South, Songs of the South, the one that the Splash Mountain ride is based on, because it has a lot of like, kind of like racist kind of undertones and like elements.
I think I know
to
which one you're talking about.
Yeah, it's like an old school one. You probably see it's like got like a black gentleman like singing down a road. It's like old timey, like
Oh my god.
maybe not the best thing for the Disney Plus streaming service, but
Yeah, it doesn't sound like
it's
it.
gonna be everything like Disney, Star Wars. They have the
Marvel.
Mandalorian
All the
show,
Marvel.
Marvel. They have the Marvel TV shows coming up.
Mandalorian show's
Well,
gonna be so awesome.
Speaking of the Marvel shows, and Mandalorian, Marvel is exclusively releasing content for the Disney streaming services that will be connected and finally canonized with the movies.
Yeah.
And the actors will reprise their roles and continue on to do like what ifs and shorts
Oh, man,
and
that's
continuation.
awesome.
Like even Chris Evans is not done. Like he's coming back to do what ifs for Captain America.
Yeah, the what ifs is what I'm really excited about. Have you heard about that?
Oh,
The
yeah.
what
No,
if?
that's why I'm like,
He's
wait,
directing
what?
some of those too.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
crazy. Yeah, so there's gonna be
There's the Bucky and Winter Soldier show.
yeah,
too.
Bucky and Winter Soldier,
Loki and Scarlet Witch show.
yeah, exactly.
Oh, dude, okay, Loki
So
and the
there's-
Scarlet Witch, you said?
So Loki has one, and then Scarlet Witch and Vision is going to be another one.
Oh,
that's
It's
coming.
called WandaVision.
Is it called
I think it's called
WandaVision?
WandaVision. Yeah.
That's hilarious.
That's actually
Yeah.
But yeah, like there's going to be these multiple Marvel shows that are on there that are going to be like they're going to be miniseries. They're only going to be
Like
so
6
many,
episodes.
like 6 episodes or so.
Yeah.
But they're going to be connected to the MCU. So
That's fire.
if you really want to get the full picture, you have to watch those.
Wow,
So
speaking
it's just
of
a way
Captain
of. Oh yeah, right. There's a
I
Captain.
love
There's a
that.
Captain America.
Speaking
right
of
here.
America's ass, that's
America's house. But yeah, I'm super excited for that, and they're also gonna have these what if Marvel. I think it's gonna be animated, if I'm not mistaken, but it's gonna be like these episodes that are like just what if Wolverine and like became the Hulk one day or something. That's an extreme example, but that's it.
I understand.
There's
That's
a comic
actually very
series that's based on that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
that's very interesting.
Wolverine
Yeah.
became the Hulk.
Yeah,
Wow.
like it's just something like random like that, where it's just like because they have a comic series that's like that, I believe. It's like I'm sure you know, like the what if comics, where it's like just completely like alternate, like what if
Oh, I
this
need to
happened.
check that
One of my
out.
favorite ones is
Sounds
House of M, which I think they might tackle on WandaVision.
Yeah.
Where like Wanda just like gets rid of mutants.
Yeah.
And then Wolverine wakes up as Nick Fury.
Wait, what?
Hold on.
Wolverine becomes Nick Fury. He wakes up. He's got the eye patch. He's like, okay then, because everybody became and got what they want once Wanda got rid of mutants and everything. It's like their wish was granted. So everybody got what they wanted, and Wolverine, for some reason, in the back of his mind, he always had the feeling of wanting to be in charge. So he became Nick Fury.
Wow.
That's cool. I
Yeah.
never.
That's awesome.
I do not remember that. I have to.
It's a
revisit that.
great House of M is a great issue. I don't remember much of it, but that's one of the most memorable moments where he wakes up, looks in the mirror, he's like, okay. It's like, what the hell's going on? He's like, oh shit. And because of his regenerative abilities, everybody else lost their abilities. Because of his regenerative abilities and his brain cells keep regenerating, he remembers that he's not Nick Fury.
Oh,
He's
man,
the
that's
only
gotta
one
be
that knows what's
crazy.
going on.
That's
Yeah.
gotta be
cool.
crazy.
So it's
That's
kind of like a
really cool.
Wolverine Wanda story. So it's really cool.
That's really
Wow.
cool.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah.
We all need to check that out.
Yeah, yeah.
And not to deviate from Marvel at all,
Yeah,
because I
yeah.
love Marvel.
It's
but
all comic related. Everything.
let's just. I want to touch on just one last thing here with both of you, because I want to hear your thoughts about it.
Mm-hmm.
Swamp Thing on DC
I
Universe.
wanted to make a video, but I kept passing it.
Yeah.
On the channel, this comic stuff.
So what are your? I mean, have you guys? First of all, have you seen
So
any episodes?
I've
or
only
any
watched the
clips or anything?
trailer. I don't have DC Universe. I know you do.
I have it too.
I know. I think you've talked about it on your channel too.
Yeah.
So I have not. I've only seen. I saw a couple of episodes of Titans. I like that. So I like kind of what I saw from the DC Universe streaming service. Swamp Thing trailer looked pretty cool. But I remember like they had, if I'm not mistaken, it was supposed to be 13 episodes, and then they brought it down to 10 episodes.
And then they brought it down to
And then
cancellation.
and then like literally episode 1 aired, and then they canceled it. So
There is some
it's
history
disappointing.
behind that Swamp Thing. Swamp Thing has gone through like a production hell and throughout many studios in history, back in like since like the 90s. Every time it had an opportunity to air, it'd always be canceled out. Like always get canceled.
Why is
and
it?
we don't know.
Oh.
Maybe because of the character's just not popular enough or well known, or nobody cares about Swamp Thing. People have always wanted Superman, Batman, and other big characters. But every time it had an opportunity, and it was so close to production or in production and ready to shoot and everything like that, they can it. And then finally we get it, or we think we're getting it, they canned it. I think it's like Cold Feet. You know, they just call it out.
I think he's
Call
just a
it quits.
tough character to crack. Not
But
in the
with the
sense
right
that like,
production and like the script, they should be able to do it just fine.
for sure,
It
for
looks
sure. I
good.
feel like it looked great. So I haven't seen it, but it looked fantastic. Have you seen a lot of it?
I'm actually all the way caught up except for the last episode, and probably 2 now because it comes out on Fridays. So
Okay.
I haven't seen last week's, and I'll watch both later tonight. But in my personal opinion, I think this Swamp Thing was done wrong. As in, they shouldn't have canceled it, because it is awesome. Obviously, every show has their you know their quirks and whatever, and on DC Universe they have like various shows that you know have their quirks. I mean, Titans has a little nitpicks in the here and there that I would you know take out. Oh, great song. But no, personally, Swamp Thing is a different iteration to the DC Universe app, and it's a different show than most because. Not to spoil anything for any of you who haven't seen it yet or whatever, it's canceled, so whatever. But it's so well done in the horror aspect, you know, like there's... I can't really touch too much on, like, how good it is, in my opinion, is because I feel like I sound too biased. But I like the tone of Swamp Thing. I like what they're doing with it. And I like the actors and actresses in it, to be honest with you. What's her name? Crystal Reed. She was in Gotham. She's like the main, she's the main person, Abby Arcane, in Swamp Thing. And she's actually in Gotham.
Yeah. I like Gotham.
Yeah, and I loved Gotham. She was Sophia Falcone. And she was great.
No, she's beautiful too.
And yes, she is
I almost
gorgeous.
forgot that she was in that show.
Dude, she's
But I'm
gorgeous.
like, I can't forget because like how gorgeous she is.
How can you forget that? Hello. But no, seriously though.
I finished Gotham and it was pretty decent. A lot of cheese and corniness into it, but like it's very dark and brutal too. Like some things they got away with, I was surprised that they showed on TV, but it's like it's fine.
I feel like
It was
DC
Fox, that's
TV leans into the cheesy elements of the comics, but you know, in a fun and campy way. It's not going to be for everybody sometimes, but you know.
Well, now we got an Alfred Pennyworth. Or Pennyworth, right?
Hold on, real quick.
Told you.
Low battery interruption. Sorry.
It's probably gonna die.
Oh, I think you don't have enough space in your
Ran out
phone.
of space.
Well, that and it's gonna die.
I can probably
Well, the
send you,
20% doesn't have anything to do with it, but
Let me. This is an edit part.
yeah, that's the best part about editing.
It's like you can chew yourself.
Yeah, exactly. I do that all the time.
We're good.
Yeah.
I can send you the rest.
All right, cool. Thank you. Later on, we can get the charger.
Yeah.
That sucks, man.
Okay, so
Well, I think you got to clear up some space, man, for the rest of the day.
Yeah.
this episode of all of our channels is brought to you by chargers and more memory. If you're lacking in memory, please go buy some more.
For real, honestly.
And backup batteries and chargers, go get some too.
Or you know, you could just get a new phone and not have one that's cracked everywhere.
We're not sponsoring anything. We're not even that
Yeah, I
level
know.
yet. I can't.
Not even a little bit. Should we take a quick moment and just individually, obviously, we can do one for you and then we'll send you that cut.
Yeah.
But just take a moment and like kind of like say like, oh, you know, just to wrap up the video, I guess. Say like, hey,
individually.
you know,
Yeah,
like
go ahead.
shout out, you shout out us two, we'll shout out you. I'll shout out you two, you shout out
Definitely.
us two, and then
Definitely.
you want to go first?
Sure, I guess. Anyways, guys, I want to take the time to give a shout out to Robbie and Anthony. I want to say thank you. I've been wanting to do a video with these guys for so long because they're up and coming and they're doing great stuff. You should guys totally check out their channel. They're very funny dudes. They're very talented. They clearly have a lot of potential. And I'm really impressed with it, and you guys should go ahead and check out their channel, and I'm flubbing my words, excuse me. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching and tuning in. We're here at Supercon 2019, we're having a blast, and looking forward to seeing you there and throughout the rest of the weekend. So thank you so much for tuning in and watching.
Alright guys, well thank you for watching this part of the video. I'm going to probably show some more after this, probably a little bit more of the vlog. I hope you guys have been enjoying this video and this sit down with Ronnie and Robbie. Ronnie and Robbie, not Robbie and Ronnie. Or not Robbie and Ronnie, other way around.
Ron B?
Yeah.
Ron B?
Ron B. It's Ron B. They're Ron B.
Ron B.
But yeah, check out their channels. I'll have the link down below in the description. News to Astonish, The Big Rob Theory, great channels. If you love all the kind of stuff that my channel has, they have it and more. News to Astonish over here is way above all of us, but yeah, if you're looking for high quality,
that's too much. I hate. I don't like praise that much.
I'll say
That
it.
is
Then
too
I'll say
much.
it. Check out
true,
his
man.
channel. He's got way higher quality videos. He's got a badass background. If you like people who like just talk about specific topics, he's the guy right here. He's been doing it for a while, so I've been learning from watching his channel. Check out News to Astonish. Check out my boy, The Big Rob Theory, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the video.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, guys, thank you so much for joining us again on a Big Rob Theory video. Thank you, Anthony and Ronnie, for joining me in this video. I've known these guys for a long time, really long time, and it's really good to, you know, reconnect with people, especially at an event like this, you know, comic books, you know, nerdy fandom. We love it, you know, and check out his channel, News to Astonish, and his channel, Anthony Perez. They're both just so great at just explaining things in general, but reviewing movies and comic books and TV shows. I learned from them, you know, and I couldn't be any more honored to be with these guys right now and in their videos, and just, you know, to say that they're my friends, you know. So it's just great to just do what you love with your friends. So again, thank you for checking out this video. Like and comment on the video and subscribe to their channels. Again, it is News to Astonish and Anthony Perez. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Group outro? Group outro?
Sure, we can do that. How do you want to do that?
Yeah.
All of us, like the beginning, but we say our outros
Oh,
at
like
the same
thank you.
time. Okay, 3, 2, 1. As
Alright,
always,
guys,
thank you all so much for
the
watching.
video,
Be sure
guys,
to like,
in the
comment,
next
subscribe, and I'll see you
video.
all next
Goodbye.
comment.